So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time. It may be possible to restore more of this room's functionality should you find and reconnect additional camera feeds.
I'll keep a lookout. So I talked to Beta. Didn't learn much.
It seems to me you did. From what she describes, the Zeniths controlled every aspect of her life, even as they shunned her. This Tilda was the first person she ever had contact with. An abrupt severance of such a relationship would be very emotionally damaging.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend.
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate, though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. The only one who could. Thanks, Gaia. So, Project Zero Dawn. The greatest minds in the world, all working to build the terraforming system while the Feral Plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations, at all hours of the day. Resources and technology were secured from across the world. Within a month of the project's conception, I was launched and began my education. Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience many personalities and perspectives to aid in my emotional development.
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, determined. They were hurtling toward technological achievements on a scale never before attempted. I owe everything to their dedication.
I'll be off.
Farewell, for now.
This focus thing's trying to kill me. You did almost.
Aloy. Is everything all right? It seemed like you and Varl were down in that basement for a while.
Yeah, everything's fine, I guess.
Well, okay. What can I do for you?
It seems like you're getting a hang of this data thing.
Yeah, it's been helpful. When I could make sense of anything. I did find the old ones enjoyed a good brew like the rest of us. Only they let machines serve the stuff in bars. They even let the damn things cut you off before you saw the underside of a table. That's half the fun. You won't see me letting a robot serve me a pitcher anytime soon.
I see someone's been playing Strike.
I'm just trying to get some practice in. Helps take my mind off things.
You should try playing Katalo. It's a Tenakth game. Maybe you'll learn something.
Oh, sure, Tenakth. Sure he won't try and kill me if I win?
Pretty sure. Do I smell ale?
I brought some over from Chain Scrape. With everything that's been going on, I thought we could all use a drink. Besides, there is nothing that brings people together like a good brew. That's what my sister always said, anyways. You're more than welcome to have some.
Maybe another time. I should get going.
Back to reading, I guess. You be careful out there.
Hey, got a sec?
Of course.
You brought up Rost before. I do think about him. You know, he was all I had. And he brought me up the best he could. Not only that, when Hades discovered who I was and sent the Eclipse after me, he sacrificed himself so I could survive. But that seems like ages ago. So much has happened since. What I'm doing now, I don't think he could even begin to understand it. The Sacred Lands were all he really knew. So I can't let myself dwell on him. Not with everything I have to do.
I understand. Sometimes, when I think about my sister, about what she would have become if she had survived the Proving, it hurts. And I just need to bury it for a while. But only for a while, Aloy. You can't ignore it forever. Memories always come back. The ones that matter, anyway.
I know. But for now, the mission has to come first.
Fair enough.
It's hard to believe we're dealing with the original Zeniths. The same ones that left for Sirius 1,000 years ago.
To live on for so long, it doesn't seem natural.
Because it's not.
That weapon we found where Beta was hiding, any chance we can use that against them?
Sylens made sure that wasn't an option.
Why would he build something to hurt Far Zenith, yet allow them to capture you?
With Sylens, there's always an angle. We just don't know what it is yet. What do you make of this Tilda the Beta was talking about?
Well, the way she described it, I can't shake off the feeling that Tilda wanted something from Beta. Maybe because she's Elizabeth Sobek's clone? But whatever she wanted, I don't think she got it. If we knew what it was, maybe we could use it to our advantage somehow.
I don't know. I don't think Tilda and Elizabeth were on the best of terms.
Oh well. At least we can take some comfort in knowing the Zeniths don't trust each other.
Maybe. How's training?
Discovering something new about our past every day. When we first met, you asked me if I ever wondered what this world looked like when the old ones lived here. I thought it was strange at the time, but a lot has changed since I left the Embrace. Now I'm just trying to make sense of everything I thought I knew, and versus everything I know now.
The change is hard, but it gets easier over time. You feeling okay?
I was just thinking about Beta and all that time spent with the Zeniths. To think someone would make a person just to lock them in a room to use when needed, like some sort of tool. Elizabeth Sobek sacrificed herself for the world, and yet they have no trouble treating Beta like a slave.
Another reason we have to stop them. Did Catalo find his way here?
Zoe picked out a room for him. He's kept to himself for the most part.
He's not much of a talker.
So I've noticed. Tried paying my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tanakh and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
I should get back out there.
We'll be here if you need us.
Aloy,
Hey, how's everything going?
I am well, but Varl told me Beta's having a hard time adjusting to life here with us. I wish there was something I could do to help.
I'm not sure any of us can.
A tree won't bear fruit in a day. We'll do our best to make her feel welcome.
The Zeniths did a number on Beta. But she seems to trust Varl.
I still can't believe she told him the Zeniths are immortals. Old ones who cut themselves off from the cycle of life and decay. I've never heard of anything so selfish. To deny our dying bodies to the Earth. To doom the life that would bloom in their place. It's despicable.
What are you going to learn next?
I'm not sure. I asked Gaia for suggestions, and she brought up data you found on something called a museum? From what I gather, the old ones would store knowledge in them for all to see and learn from. Like you've done here, for us. Maybe one day, more people will be able to use this place to learn the way we have.
That sounds crowded, but nice. Is there anything I can help with around here?
Oh, no. We're doing fine.
Are you okay?
You and Varl have been friends for a while.
I like to think so.
I was wondering, what do you know about his mother?
Oh,
That bad, huh?
why do you want to know?
He's spoken of his sister, Vala, but I noticed he avoids talking about his mother.
She's the war chief of the Nora. Best warrior the tribe's ever known. Tougher than a Thunderjaw, but she could be pretty harsh at times.
I see. That must have been hard on him. Thank you for telling me. I feel silly not being able to ask Varl directly.
I wouldn't worry about it. He's probably afraid Sona will scare you off someday.
I'd like to see her try.
I should get going.
Good luck on your search.
Oh, looks like I can open that door now. Beta's been difficult to figure out. She's just so closed off. I get that the Zeniths were cruel to her, that the one called Tilda abandoned her, but I can't get her out of her shell. I don't know. Maybe nothing can. I know Varl meant well, bringing up Rost. I guess it's hard to talk about. With everything going on, it feels easier to set those memories aside. At least for now. When I met Hikaru, I figured he was just another bloodthirsty warlord. But Fashav was right. Hikaru wants peace. It won't be easy. But with his new marshals, maybe his vision has a chance.
If you keep frowning that hard, you'll get wrinkles.
I just don't get
I don't quite understand this. Aloy,
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in this place, Gaia, and explained the situation surrounding the other you. They gave me this focus as well. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then. Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
What did Chief Hikaru say when you told him he'd be joining me here?
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove, and helped reunite the clans. There was little more to be said. he understood.
Well, I'm honored he lent me his best martial. At least for a little while.
Indeed.
When we were at the Bulwark, the guard said something about the Wings of the Ten. Hikaru also mentioned it at the Cool Route. Dekka, too. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings, and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess, and it is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Cool Route. Many times I imagined it as a child. The feeling of freedom, and the awe it must have inspired.
You said the Bulwark was your home a long time ago. That you were part of the Sky Clan.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. My parents were killed in a clan skirmish, so I was raised by my squad. As I grew older, I came to be known as an accomplished fighter. Tekote took a special interest in me. I fought by his side against the Karja, and led my squad on a dangerous climb into the Daunt. It was I who opened the gates at Barren Light from the east side, allowing the Tenakth to raise it.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed. I was welcomed home as a hero, and I was content.
Then why'd you leave?
I became a marshal.
Why did you leave the Sky Clan to become a marshal?
I was sent to the Cool Route by Tekote. Back then, I would have obeyed his every order. I believed in him, like one would a father. I was too blind to see the fear in his eyes. Fear of a rising young warrior challenging his command of the clan. I returned a hero from the battle at Barren Light. But to him, I was only a threat. Never occurred to him that I had no interest in rising above my station.
Why did Tekote think you wouldn't be a threat to him if he sent you to the Cool Route?
Tekote knew that if I survived the Cool Route, I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tenakth as a whole. I'd never be allowed to challenge his command, even if I wanted to. After our victory at Barren Light, Tekote spoke to our people, said it would be selfish to rob Hikaru and the marshals of a warrior like myself. Even though he knew perfectly well I had no intention of ever leaving. It was exile, guised as an honor. One he knew I couldn't refuse. So I became a marshal, and never looked back.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I am not. Though it pained me at the time, a marshal is what I was destined to be.
What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the Focus shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus, it will be able to make machines? That answer to Gaia?
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the like?
You said you were training with the Focus?
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster and more agile than any machines I've faced before. How many do the Zeniths have?
I'm not sure. Probably a lot.
I would not wish to face them en masse.
I'm with you there. Must be strange, seeing everything through a Focus now.
I can see machines like never before. Their strengths and weaknesses simply reveal themselves to me. To think that such a tiny object might be the most powerful weapon I've ever possessed.
What do you think of this place? It must take some getting used to.
It's an efficient center of operations, and an acceptable training facility. Though it could use some more color.
Duly noted. Getting ether out of the grove made for quite a spectacle.
One that showed the entire tribe that Hikaru's mission for peace is the correct path, for it is now blessed by the Ten themselves.
I heard my friend Talana came by the base. Did you get a chance to meet her?
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tenakth territory with that Karja armor of hers. She'll be lucky if my people don't shoot her on sight.
She'll be careful. She's just looking for someone who might need her help.
Whoever it is, they better be worth dying for.
You've had some time with the team now. Any thoughts?
I admit, I was surprised to see Nutaru here. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
I'm told she rallied some in her tribe against the Karja, and fought all the way to Barren Light.
Interesting. Perhaps I'm mistaken.
Have you had a chance to speak with Varl?
Briefly. He fought well against Regalla's troops at Barren Light. Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, the Nora can hold their own. They managed to push the Karja from their lands.
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that. Impressive.
Does it still hurt?
It comes and goes. I try not to think about it, but its absence is always present for me. It's difficult to explain.
I can't claim to understand. Only empathize.
Then you have my thanks.
Have you spoken with Erend at all?
I've had little chance to. I did see him bring some ale from out east.
That stuff's as bitter as salve-brush.
You get used to it, eventually. In fact, I wouldn't mind a drink myself.
I'm sure Erend wouldn't mind sharing. I should get going.
If I can help in some way, say the word.
I will. Thank you. Oh, looks like I can open that door now. There's a lot of equipment in here. Gaia, what was all this for?
This room was designed for management of the facility's vast seed banks. From here, Control Center operatives would have monitored new crop rotations into the automated farmlands, now known as Plainsong.
I see. According to this console, there are still thousands of plant samples stored deep below the facility. I could ask Gaia about them the next time I talk to her.
The old ones like to dance.
Well, they didn't have two left feet like I do.
Forge. Find an inn.
Can't let the cold distract me.
Aloy, it's Kutalo. I've heard a strange report about a missing soldier from Tide's Reach, a lowland village on the western coast. With the marshals spread thin, there's no one to investigate. Would you consider it?
I'll try to stop by when I'm out that way. Frost will make it big. Stay here. Coming through! Looks like a cauldron, but it's offline. Seems like it has some kind of ritual importance to the tomorrow. must be an exit somewhere. Be an exit somewhere. Be an exit somewhere. Made it. That was a long climb.
You almost done? I was annoyingly impatient at your age, too.
Oh my god, I've been muted this whole time! I had no idea that I've been muted for the past 30 minutes! Come on, guys! Come on! I have been talking so much, and nobody was hearing it. This is impressive. This is fantastic. I was literally like, why do you say my mic's not working? It's on. It turns out I was muted on OBS. I don't know when I did that. But yeah, that's why you couldn't hear me. So as I was saying... Damn. Damn, bro. 30 minutes of just me being a yapper lost forever. But as I was saying, I was in a cauldron Gemini. The cauldrons are what Hephaestus uses to create machines. I don't know why this wildlife always finds a way to kill itself on me, even when I'm not trying. I am riding the slowest machine ever, and they still find a way to just die. But, But yeah, cauldrons are what you can go through and get overrides from. So that's how I got an override for the Clawstrider, which I'm riding right now. You need to complete cauldrons in order to have overrides to just use more machines. And I think Gemini is the one I might need for Slitherfangs. But yeah, it's off for some reason. It's offline, so I can't get deeper into it because I can't override any doors. And I don't know how to get it back online, so we're just gonna keep going to Poseidon.
Sounds like someone's in trouble.
I don't know where they are, so we're gonna move on. We got places to be, Aloy. Oh, wait, I think they're literally right here. I hear you.
I'll kill you all if I have to. I think she's gonna need some help. Hit her like that again. Is it safe? Did they get to it? Please be intact. Please. I should make sure she's okay. I'll gather these while I can.
Okay. Got like a weapon or something?
142. Supply drop required.
Alright. Wire the spike is still intact. Rig's still playing. You okay there? You took out those machines. I'm grateful, but you should go now. There's nothing to see here. So this rig of yours, it's receiving sound through that wire from the thing up on the cliff, what you call a spike. But the message is only a fragment, and you're trying to pick up the whole thing? How did you figure all that out? I've learned a few things in my travels. If you want, we could talk about it. Maybe I can help? You do seem downright knowledgeable. So go ahead. Shoot. Your rig's impressive. How does it work? Well, like you said, the spike up there seems to capture the sound. It travels by wire down to my contraption. I put some coils in there and a light sheet of metal that vibrates, making the sound louder. I'm not exactly sure why it works, but it just does. And you set it up out here all alone? I'm not the trusting type. Pretty much everything I do is all alone. How did you first hear the message? I used to be a smith up in the claim. Wasn't an easy life. A lot of hard work without much to show for it. Then one day, I heard a whisper coming from a steel rod. Faint, like the last fingers of steam coming off a cooling forge. When I moved the rod around, the whispers got louder. I did some tinkering, built my rig, and did my best to follow that sound. Further west I came, the stronger it got. Then I found that spike up there. When I hooked up my rig, the words were clearer than ever.
What do you think the message is?
I don't know. There's something sad about it. Feels like it's from one lost soul to another. I'd sure like to know what it means.
You're no ordinary tinker.
Didn't used to be a tinker at all. More of a metal worker. Came from Mainspring. I can weld a seam so fine you could barely see it. Not that I ever got any credit for it. You see, up there, you've got to be a man to get ahead. I once had a shot at joining a first-rate crew, one of the best forges in the claim. But I didn't get the job. My own brother wouldn't vouch for me just because I'm of the female persuasion. Anyhow, at least out here I don't have to worry about any Mainspring men talking down to me.
Let me have a look at that spike. I might be able to pick up more of that message.
How?
Let's just say I have a rig of my own.
I didn't know Nora were tinkers.
They're not, but I am, in a way. Be right back.
Well, okay then. I guess.
Well, I won't.
Just follow the wire to the spike at the top.
I won't be right
And
back.
then please, just don't break anything.
Because that's really far. And I don't want to. I really just came to make sure you were okay and see if you had a weapon. And I saw that you don't have a weapon. So therefore, my current interests end there. There are so many side quests in this game, and I don't mind side quests. They're actually really well written and well built. It's just, there's so many of them. I could literally probably do 10 whole episodes, each 4 hours long, of just side quests. And there is one I want to do, the Burning Sands DLC, but that also, again, I want story. I want story, bro.
This must be the ruins of Las Vegas. Poseidon shouldn't be far.
Las Vegas, huh? Oh.
Gaia said this is where I'd find Poseidon, but the ruins out here are exposed to the elements. A lot of them are buried in the sand. So maybe Poseidon is underground. If that's true, I might be able to find a way down through one of these structures.
Lost Riders are just based on raptors, I think. I'm not sure if it's any specific raptor, but most raptors are known to be, by science currently, are known to have been feathered. So it's not unusual. Like, Deinonychus wasn't the only one that was feathered, right? Velociraptor, Dromaeosaurids were also feathered and stuff like that. So I think it's just generally, it's a raptor shape and everybody would recognize a raptor versus any specific raptor. Lore. Feeling trigger happy? Hone D-Sports needs you to take their Veal Akula-class drone into battle for Petrotech NK in the upcoming campaign for Chilean Silver Lot 3001. Audition from home on the Pwn Holo channel and see if you have what it takes for remote real-world action. 4 pilots are needed for our August series, so register now! D-Sports. So I'm guessing drone sports instead of esports. Okay.
Another Tallneck.
That's fine, but
Could fry that machine with shock ammo.
I need an entrance to these ruins. There's so much of this place. It's big. Las Vegas is huge, guys. Observation of the century, I know. What, drone sports? I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's been fatalities and everything, but like, oh, hello. I'm just chilling over here, huh? Oh. They're glint hawks, and they're very mean when they spot you. I don't know. Okay, so whatever it is, it's in this area. Go. I don't know. I've never been to Las Vegas. I've only ever really seen pictures. So I'm sure these structures mean something to somebody who's maybe more familiar with the area.
I was right. There's something down there. I just need to find a way.
Okay, cool. What am I looking for? Because there's plenty of holes. Plenty of holes everywhere. Is it this tower? There's stuff in there. That's a glint hawk. That's another glint hawk. A survey drone. Look at that place.
Water's pouring out of their building. Poseidon's doing?
Oh,
I better check it out.
that is kind of weird now that I think about it. a little funky. That there's water pouring out of this tower in the middle of a damn desert. And Poseidon is the AI of water modulation.
Looks like there's some...
I almost had him. I was so close. To drowning, maybe. Not to the embers. Moreland, it's over. Well, not for me, it's not. Then you're going to die. Alone. Because we're not sticking around to fish out the corpse. We're through.
So the visionary's fate hung in the balance. Would he choose life or succumb to deadly delusion?
Hello. So, there's an ancient city under the sand, but it's flooded.
Suddenly a Norse spear maiden appeared.
Yeah, okay, well, you're not typical Delvers. That's for sure. What's this?
I call it a diving bubble. This is the Mark I. The Mark II was better, but it got stuck halfway down. Air tube snagged.
You went down in that.
Yeah, I hardly expect a layperson to understand.
Because that's pretty smart.
I'm sorry. May I remind you, you got stuck inside and nearly drowned.
It'd have to be portable, though. Machine kneecap, maybe?
Well, you'd need a filter.
Synthetic membrane would do it. With a hose to a compressed
air capsule. Hammer and tongs.
What is this? What is happening here? What? Get over here. She's a stranger.
You got a name?
Aloy.
Moreland. Not a stranger anymore.
You're a damn fool.
Come on. I got the original schematics over here.
Oh, well, hold on. Just a couple of questions first.
Fair enough. Partner?
Partner?
I love them already.
Don't mind him.
You guys don't seem like average Delvers.
We're not really Delvers at all. We're showmen.
Like, performers?
You're Nora, and thus unfamiliar with the arts. We stage spectacles all around the claim. Stemmer tells stories, which I augment with all manner of sounds and fireworks, and Abaddon, he, well...
Complains?
He handles the money, which amounts to about the same thing. When we delve, it's to find gear for my theatrics. Which makes this delve the most important one of all.
How deep is it? Can't I just swim down?
Only if you have gills. You can stack 50 kegs in that shaft.
Leave it to the Oseram to measure something in kegs.
Talking liquid depths. I'd say it's apt.
Apt or not, sounds too deep to hold my breath.
Hence, our new invention.
What's so important down there that you'd risk your life?
Well...
Moreland, I'm not interested in salvage, okay? Whatever you find below is yours.
Well, all right. Then what if I told you we were delving for the most spectacular treasures ever scribed by man or maid?
I'd say get to the point.
No nonsense. I like it. Behold, an ember.
Looks like a piece of junk.
Well, now, yes, but with a proper spark. These magnificent creations of the old ones paint mesmerizing pictures in the air, and the ruins below us are full of them. A feast for the eyes beyond description. Just as my old Gramps promised me.
So these embers project images?
Paintings of light. It's amazing stuff. This one showed the most beautiful woman you've ever seen, beckoning all to a buffet of lobster and succulent beefs. I must have watched it about 100 times as a child in my old Gramps' workshop.
What happened to it?
Over time, they die out. I cried the day that this one's light faltered. But there are many more below, as you'll see if you get down there like I did and my old Gramps before me.
How did your grandfather discover these embers?
He was here 40-odd years ago. He was one of the first to lead a delving party into the West. He discovered the ancient city around us, plumbed the depths of this very structure. He found the hollow underneath and the glowing embers all about. Took as many as he could and brought them home. He always wanted to come back and get more, but, well, he never scraped up the shards. What he really wanted to do was use the embers to put on a show. One unlike the world has ever seen.
Sounds like quite a guy.
He was a true delver and a true showman. And I miss him. But I will do him proud. I will gather the embers and put on a spectacle that would have amazed even him. With your help, of course.
So what exactly happened down there?
It was a delve like no other. A chance to follow my old Gramps' footsteps. Beneath this structure here is an enormous hollow, a dome protected from the sands. We built this elevator here to ensure easy egress and exit. It's quite a contraption, actually, and not so easy to...
Right. Again. What happened?
At the bottom, we beheld the treasure my Gramps first discovered. Painted images in the air of every description. Dancing women, games and coins and promises of jackpots. I don't know what that is, but it's gotta be good. But then, something went wrong. The images turned nautical. Waves went through them, even fish. It's like a strange underwater dream.
Poseidon's dream.
Yes. Well, suddenly there was this terrible rushing sound, and then an explosion of water erupted from the floor.
So water just shot up from the floor and filled the place up?
It was a raging flood unlike anything I've seen. We ran like forge fire and barely made it up the elevator as a wave just crashed beneath us. Shaken, but not stirred, I built the diving bubbles Mark I and Mark II. I tried the descent in each, but I nearly drowned both times. Abaddon's beside himself. He thinks I'm insane. But I can't give up now. I've come too far. And the embers are just barely within my reach.
Well, maybe I can help.
Yeah. Maybe you can.
I'd better get after those parts.
There's a fully intact compressed air capsule in the Mark II, but like I said, it's stuck in the shaft.
If you made it back up alive, I should be able to swim down that far.
All right. As for the other parts, Stemmer scouted a herd due south of here that should have what we need.
I'm on it.
Great. I'll come back when you get the gear. Good hunting.
See here.
Got the compressed air
I
capsule.
thought we were finally going to get away from
to
this
get all the
place.
machine parts.
Well, good thing that Aloy showed up. We'll see.
The longer their sojourn in the desert, the crustier the shard counters move.
According to Moreland, the herd should be south of here.
Stemmer just never stops his storytelling. He's like, nah, all of this part is a story.
Another Cyclops drone. Gotta grab its data to reconnect with the dome back at the base. I'll need these later, for sure.
Herd due south.
Well, this is where Moreland said the herd would be. They must have moved on. I need to pick up their trail. Better look for tracks. There. Tracks should lead me to the herd.
Oh, it might be through these.
This must be where the herd left from. Better follow the tracks in the other direction. Sandstorm's blowing in. Just what I need. Where's the herd? I should have the parts I need.
They're burrowers. Basically, they're the cute basic mob for this game that the Red Eyes were for Horizon Zero Dawn. They're like the first thing you encounter.
More machines? I better deal with them first. Okay, got them all. Now where did the herd go? The sandstorm's giving its all.
Alright, now the leaf blasters are also annoying for different reasons, so I'm not sure how this is gonna work. But we're gonna sort it out.
It looks like the herd's caught between those sand spirals. could use that to my advantage.
That's a little spicy. That's a little, not nice.
One synthetic membrane. Better check the other machines. I think I might have a kneecap.
Move it!
Where's the last machine? I think he's stuck.
Got him. One of them should have a kneecap.
I've searched both of them, and I didn't see a kneecap anywhere. Maybe this one?
The kneecap. Good. I should have all the parts to build this thing now.
Yay!
Better get back to Moreland.
So, they're wildlife, which is like basically ambient critters. They don't really have much of a health bar. And so they run into a machine and just instantly die because they don't have much of a health bar. And it's really annoying because they have AI that's meant to simulate them running away, but for whatever reason, them running away always ends up being directly into my path of travel instead of away from my noise in general, so it's just unfortunate. Alright, back to the storytellers.
I'm gonna get down. This isn't a place for a machine.
I'm not. I really am not.
What can I do for you, partner?
I've got everything I need to build the
incredible diving mask.
I think diving mask is enough.
I won't quibble. The workbench is all yours.
interesting contraption.
Whoa. There's a marvel. If it works, you'll let me try it? I want to get down there and get those embers.
Assuming I don't drown.
So what are you really looking for down there?
It's hard to explain. Something that caused a malfunction in the apparatus that controls the old city. I think it started the flood.
Well, I thought we started the flood. Like we sprung a trap. I don't know how we were detected. Like I said, the dancing lights around us changed, turned to sea life. There was this flash of red, and the roar of water surging in.
Wait, a flash of red?
A red light from a spot near the grate on the floor where the water burst through. It was like a beacon.
Or a warning. Thanks. That might help.
I hope it does. And good luck down there.
Okay, time to see if this thing works. So far, so good. I can actually breathe down here. Diving mask seems to be holding up. I've never been able to swim this deep before.
It is an old casino. Stanley Chen looking back. Las Vegas, May 4, 2060. 20 years ago this week, Stanley Chen broke ground on one of the most ambitious construction projects in American history, even though many Americans didn't want him there. As he struck his spade into the barren soil, the CEO quipped how resentment against Chinese political influence had turned Vegas into a boiling hotbed of nationalistic sentiment, but how his immense fortune had cooled that down, finally warming Americans to his idea of a new Las Vegas. Who would have believed at the time that he would become one of the most beloved figures of the clawback era? But Stanley Chen has always been one to defy the odds, literally. In 2035, during a meeting with potential investors at the Old Tempo Hotel, Chen watched in horror as his water filtration startup drowned before his very eyes, realizing too late that his once trusted lawyer had sold critical patent info to the competition. The resulting chain reaction of busted deals wiped him out, leaving him with only $88,000 to his name. Oh my god. Devastated, Chen decided to leave his future to fate. He went to the casino floor and placed all $88,000 on a roulette wheel, number 8. It hit. The resulting 37-to-1 payout netted him nearly $3.2 million, enough to rejuvenate his dreams of starting a successful business. He threw himself back into his work, eternally thankful for his lucky new lease on life. 5 years later, it wasn't Chen that needed saving, but Vegas itself. The hot zone crisis had strangled its tourism. Years of ever-increasing heat had dried out the county completely. Water, in critical demand everywhere, was now too expensive to import. Abandonment seemed to be the only option. The City of Lights was about to go dark forever. But Stanley Chen couldn't let that happen. In 5 years of incredible success, he had turned $3.2 million into $200 billion, selling water filtration technology that data corrupted. So this must have been Chen's facility then.
It started right here, more than 30 years ago. Back when this casino was still called the Temple. One big bet turned my fate around. But now, fate's dealt its cruelest hand ever to everyone. I have to turn the lights out one final time. And the waters of my adopted home will at last run dry. Well, if a dream has to die, at least I can say goodbye first.
Stanley Chen. What did he do here?
Or like only $88,000 to his name.
Gotta find where it's hiding. Whoa!
Oh god! Oh! Ooh! Ooh, that's spooky. My heart stopped. I was like, this is it.
All of it's encased in a dome.
It's more like a plesiosaur. I think that's an outdated term. I don't know what they call them. Elasmosaurus now? A tide ripper. Can I track its path? No, I can't. It's just there. Fine. Let me through!
That current's too strong here. I won't make it to the door before the machine spots me.
From Dominique Brushko to Stanley Chen. Mercer Sweet Meetup again. Mercer Sweet Up again. Stanley, I just spoke to our broker. Sweet water prices will likely increase again this week, meaning it will be very tough to close the budget gap on the second strip project. I think it's time to pull the plug. It's hard to believe that we offer a closed climate system that's 99.9% efficient, but we can't afford the reservoir we need to start it up. What we did with the fountain and environs just isn't repeatable, I guess. Not with today's prices. Sorry. I know you'll be disappointed. Dom. So... Oh, that's what all those structures up above were about. Interesting. So he built like a whole city. Oh wait, what? Hold on. You can't just toss that on me while I'm exploring like that. Oh no. I'ma die. I'ma die now.
That must be the red light that Moreland saw when the water rushed in.
What red light? You can't just tell me to hide and then be like, oh, there's lore. This one? Can't examine it for whatever reason. Gates blocked. The light looks like it might be coming from above, but now I don't know. Maybe I can't examine it because it's underwater, so it doesn't work. That's my thoughts on that. Stealth kelp will hide me from underwater enemies. Stealth kelp, guys. So stealthy in this kelp. Is that a burrower swimming?
Try to use acid against it.
It is! Even underwater I can't escape these guys. It's impressive. Can I silent strike him with my spear at all? It'd be kind of nice. Look at him. Look at him, just swimming. Oh, yeah, no, I don't wanna... No, I apologize for my outburst. How am I supposed to get through here, though? I got stealthy kelp, but also a crap ton of machines swimming around. It matches Aloy's hair, correct. It's red kelp, guys. Oh, where am I? Ooh. I completely lost all sense of direction for a few seconds there. That was scary. You didn't see nothing. You didn't see nothing. Ah. Nothing here. Oh damn. That's where you are. Yeah, get going. Get out of here. Taste of the high life. I understand you want me to come back, and I'm missing Jesse too, but this takes a personal touch. Our competitors can shift 100,000 units of VAT grown in one call. You know the only way we're going to take some of that business is by building relationships. I've got 3 more appointments tomorrow and a good feeling about the first 2. If I land just one of them, it'll be enough to keep the farm going for a few more years. This one, chef. He talks about the way you can taste the difference with real meat. He says it's like homeopathy. The texture and composition might be the same, but you can taste the imprint of life. Whatever he's talking about, it seems to sell, and there's a lot of hollow stars at his restaurants. So just a few more days, okay? They say if you want to take a gamble, you come to Vegas. Maybe tomorrow our number comes up. Las Vegas timeline for Miss Chavez's history class. 15,000 BC, mammoths, woolly elephants come to Nevada before it is called Nevada to eat. 8,000 BC, Native Americans come and draw pteroglyphs, which are different from pterodactyls. 1829, some people from a place called Spain in Europe call Las Vegas, which means the meadows. 1905, the city is made a city and the railroad comes so people can rest and get water. 1931, a big dam called the Hoover Dam is made near Las Vegas. 1946, Benjamin Bugsy Siegel opens a hotel. 1951, big bombs are blown up in the desert. People come to watch the mushroom clouds and our city is called Atomic City. Lots of hotels are builded. 1956, Elvis Presley performs in Las Vegas. 2007, a big hotel called the Stardust is exploded. 2030, it gets very hot and the animals die and the people say it's too hot and they go away. 2035, Stanley Chen is very lucky and wins $3.2 million on a roulette wheel by guessing the numbers. 2037, people from Nevada and Arizona and California fight against robots when the government tries to make them leave because it's so hot. Almost nobody comes to Las Vegas anymore. 2040, Stanley Chen has used the lucky money and made more from making water that you can drink without getting diseases that make you sick. He pays his money for a big bubble over our city and a hotel called The Fountain. 2047, my school, Stanley Chen Elementary, is open for children. Thank you, Mr. Chen, for everything that you have paid for our city. where we live and for stopping it from turning into a dessert. It's little baby energy. I love it.
Shock ammo's not much use against that.
It was a kid. Like, the way it was speaking told me they were fairly young, but I wasn't sure if it was like a college level paper or a kid paper. And then once he spelled dessert, I'm like, oh, it's a kid. Voice log.
System shutdown's almost done. Only thing left is to power everything down at the control center. So, I guess this is it. One final walk down the strip, and then it's lights out forever. At least I won't be around to see it destroyed. The Odyssey will be well on its way to Sirius by the time the swarm gets here. Still, my last memory of this place will be empty. A city that's already dead.
Stanley Chen was one of them. Zenith. Sounds like this place really meant something to him.
Montgolfier flight. You'll see a recreation of the Montgolfier brothers I don't know how to say that. Hot air balloon. This is the second model of the balloon to grace the Las Vegas Strip after the first one was sold to a casino in Shanghai in 2031. The original Montgolfier's balloon took flight in Paris, France in 1783 and was the first free flight by humans. But the two brave men who jumped aboard weren't the first beings to take to the air. King Louis the 16th had insisted on a test flight that sent a sheep, a duck, and a rooster into the skies 3 months earlier than their human. Property maintained. We did that data point.
Green shine too often.
We got that door here. Not entirely positive how to reach. Maybe from above. See, I see where I'm supposed to go, game. Thank you, but getting there is an interesting process of confusing verticality and dark, murky places. Like, why can't I open this? Guess we'll just move on further this way.
back. Current here's too strong.
What do you mean? What am I supposed to do? Can't examine it because I don't know why. I genuinely don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm swimming. I can't stand on sturdy ground. I don't know if it's because I have to approach it from a certain angle. This is the red light. This is the red light. This is literally the only hint I've gotten so far, aside from stealthy kelp, that I was going in the right direction, and nothing is happening, so... I'm stuck. No, for our guided section.
Frost won't help here. Machine was born for the cold.
This is not very guided. I can't use weapons or anything underwater, which is why I have to hide from enemies. And I'm guessing I can't interact with certain objects underwater either, which is why I can't examine that holo projector, so I'm assuming that I need to drain this area in order to access whatever it's hiding. But in order to drain this area, I imagine I need to get to Poseidon. And in order to get to Poseidon, I need to find a way to stop whatever that current is. And that's where I'm stuck at right now, because my current assumption is that the current is related to that quote-unquote red light. But there's red lights in a lot of places. And so I'm a little frustrated. Where's the text transcript? 3:10:64, 13:24. P. Collins. This is the land of the free. How can we be free if we can't even drive our own cars? Smith Richardson Ogler 7. As your lawyer, I must remind you that removing the car's self-drive automation could lead to P. Collins. The whole point of this case is to return my fine vintage automobile to its original ORIGINAL condition, and that means no robots. Smith Richardson Ogler 7. Yes, and in our papers, P. Collins. This is a piece of history! American history! From when we made things? Do they really want all our history to vanish? Smith Richardson Ogler 7. I'm not sure that the court... P. Collins. Oh, I know. The court will say, it's just a car. Safety must come first. Blah, blah, blah. Smith Richardson Ogler. Yes, it is likely that. P. Collins. But that's not what this is about. It's about returning this car to its original, unchained, unbridled, American, data corrupted. And no, I don't have any equipment for access. Oh, there's loot in here though. Well, the red light that I was notified about was the, freaking door light, and I can't examine it, so it's a big old nothing burger over there. And I see red lights in terms of these visions, you know, these embers playing their sea life sequences right now. And there's a door there. You see how I can indicate the door? But unlike the other one that's locked, I'm assuming this one is... Oh, it looks like it might also be locked. But maybe it's that window up there? There's some areas that aren't plated. Oh. Why can't I swim through here? What reason do I have to not be able to swim through here? No raisins. Ah, shit. Mind me, I was just trying to figure out what the developers want out of me, because I don't know at this point. You know what? Screw it. I don't have all day to try and figure this out. We're gonna look it up.
I can wait them out.
Stands. Yada yada yada. Gathered machine parts. Aha. Find and investigate the red light. Find the location of the red light. Dive to the very bottom of the area. You'll find it beneath the ledge towards the left side of the room. As you near the red light, activate the console, where you learn that the casino can be drained, meaning you'll be able to take the machines to dry land. So, yeah, so I have to drain it's the freaking thing I told you about. The console it's the one that I was at that I can't investigate. Find the primary pump node, head south to navigate the area. And that's, the primary pump node is where we're at, essentially, but I can't get to that point because I can't activate the red light console. So I'm not sure if it's bugged. Yeah, because it says you have to activate the console. So it sounds like it's bugged. So... What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it back to the console. And I am going to start over, essentially. Just restart the save and see if that'll let me do it. And if not, then oops. There's a lot of red lights. They're all just coral projections. But it's the console down here that I need to talk to. Yep, see? 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 Okay. Let's... Okay. Let's return to the title screen, and we'll start it up again, and we'll see if Aloy says something different. And if she does, great! And if she doesn't, then I'm gonna have to figure out, like, if I have to die or something, then I'll be fine. And not, like, well, it's not, so it's not like Avatar, I can't just reroute power to the console. The console has power. It's just, for whatever reason. Okay, we're in Dune Hollow again.
Whoa! There's no way I can fight that thing underwater. I'll have to be careful. This place is massive. And all of it's encased in a dome.
Get over here, we realize. Current's too strong. Machine will see me, so they see the red light.
That must be the red light that Moreland saw when the water rushed in.
And I can't examine it for nobody knows what reason. So I guess I will go over to where the current is strong and let the machine spot me because there's nothing else I can do. There we go.
If it was a warning, maybe it's part of some kind of alarm system.
Alert. Critical flooding detected. Automatic drainage controls offline. To execute an emergency purge, manual reset of primary and secondary pump nodes is required. The purge can then be triggered at the pump maintenance station.
If I do this purge and drain all the water, I can fight that big machine on dry ground.
Correct.
Looks like I have to reset a couple of pump nodes first.
It is incredibly obnoxious.
According to the map, there should be an access point for the first node south of here. More machines down here. I'll have to swim around them. Stick to cover.
God forbid you do things out of turn that the developer doesn't want you to do.
There's the access point. Should lead me to the pump node. There must be a whole network of these tunnels down here. Water lines for an entire city.
I spooked myself with my own reflection on the surface of the water. I was like, what is that?
There's something I can climb to get out.
Primer node shut down now. I think the last time I was down here was during the Lumiogran incident. A malfunction led to an overflow of detergent in the pipes. Suds rose from every fountain. As we frantically tried to fix it, I looked up and saw everyone in the lobby chasing bubbles the size of basketballs. Young and old alike. Another magical moment in the impossible city.
Another reporting from Stanley Chen. One node down. Better swim back up and find the access point for the second node. According to the map, the second node should be on the other side of the dome. Acid'll do a lot of damage. Another access point. Should get me to the second node.
You call it a turn wheel, I call it a valve.
Just shut down the secondary node. No more water for the fountains. No more shows. No one left to appreciate them anyway. I'll never forget the city's grand reopening. The fountains had been bone dry for years. No one believed they'd ever return. So, as the first plume arced up in the dome, the music swelling, my heart soared right along with it. The city gave me a second chance once. Now it had one, too.
The domes, the water. He was responsible for all of it. Okay, I've taken care of both nodes. Now I just need to activate the emergency purge at the maintenance station.
So we're about to fight some machine boys.
According to the map, the maintenance stations should be at the south end of the dome. Looks like part of this building collapsed.
And now the door is open.
Pry this green shine off carefully. I think I'm in the maintenance station now. I just gotta find a console to activate the emergency purge. Should be a console in here.
System shutdown's almost done. Only thing left is to power everything down at the control center. So, I guess this is it. One final walk down the strip, and then it's lights out forever. At least I won't be around to see it destroyed.
There.
The Odyssey will be well on its way to Sirius by the time the swarm gets here. Still, my last memory of this place will be empty. A city that's already dead.
Stanley Chen was one of them. The Zenith. But he did so much for this place. He doesn't sound like the others. That did it! Okay. Now I can deal with that machine guarding the door on the other end of the dome. And once I get past it, I can get to what's waiting on the other side of the door.
Come on, Aloy. Oh god, I hate this movement system. I hate it so much. I never have something kill as much excitement as this movement system.
Get rid of all of the water. Left these machines behind. I could sneak by them, deal with the big one first.
I can't use stealth kelp anymore. Stealth kelp is gone. It's become not red.
Poseidon is through there. But where did that machine go?
Whatever water's left, right?
Aloy! It's a miracle!
Oh no.
Oh! Come on. Hey, was this you? Did you lower the waters?
Yeah, but there's a new problem. That thing's in our way.
With that around.
As the scrappy band of adventurers beheld the beast, they knew what they had to do.
What? Are you crazy?
Hush now. She saved our Delph.
Okay then. Stay up here and start firing when I engage.
It's water! Okay. That's what we want to get rid of. Right there. And that one. Okay. Here we go. He's got a wiggly face! my goodness! Predictive AI be predicting! god. Okay, I'm here. Come on, guys, let's talk.
You guys all right?
More than all right. We did it! All the embers we could ever want, and it's all thanks to you.
Very, heartwarming. But maybe we can just, you know, grab what we came here for and get out before any more of those things decide to show up.
Now, shard counter. Nothing wrong with a little revenue. Though we should probably let our flame-haired friend get going. I believe she has business down here, does she not?
Right, of course. You need any help?
I can handle it from here.
Very well. We'll start taking some of the embers upstairs. Holler if you need us.
Thanks.
The Awesome are like the coolest folks in this game that I love. They're just all so homey. They have their own societal issues like anything else, but overall the Awesome are just always homies.
Poseidon should be somewhere beyond this door. Time to bring it home.
Come on, Poseidon.
Okay. Poseidon should be hiding in some kind of processor. I need to find a console to gain access to it. There. I should be able to use that
I can't do
console.
it. I can't give up on this place. I'm leaving everything on standby. The system's equipped for runs for decades, if not hundreds of years. It's a long shot. But maybe someday, against all odds, someone will find this place again. Marvel at its lights and wonders. Discover a fortune and boundless opportunity. Make it their own dream. After all, if the city can give me a second chance, if water can flow in a wasteland, anything's possible.
He was right.
Hacked again. Data corrupted, hidden in the AC code, so someone must have inserted it via thermostat interface. Pretty funny, actually. You know the holo ad for the Crave Men review over at the Vodka? Well, their loincloths disappeared. Went on for almost an hour before we shut it down. Chuckles aside, we can't let it happen again. I've been over the environmental and holo systems and they look okay. On your shift, have a look at the water infiltration code. Hate to think what might happen if those systems were compromised. Would be a lot worse than a few naked Neanderthals on the strip. Ken was a homie.
I'm here to bring you home, Poseidon. To Gaia.
Mother.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Poseidon's subordinate function to original code.
Okay. Gotta bring this back to Gaia.
System reboot initiated.
What?
Looks like taking Poseidon triggered a restart of the city's power system. Moreland and crew must have headed back up top.
Oh!
Probably in those they could carry.
The lights are on! I'm running through this like it's a regular building. I still gotta remember it's a ruin and I need to find my way out of here. I'm like, okay, stairs went up here. This is the middle path. This would lead me to more stairs normally. It is pretty though. I guess that raises the question of what happened to Stanley Chen. I think that was his name. Like, clearly he loved this place. He couldn't bring himself to shut it down, but that doesn't mean he couldn't bring himself to not leave it. The difference, you know? This really was a city under the ground.
An elevator. Merlin must have built this before the place flooded. Might still work. Be nice not to have to climb back up.
Whatever she did, it must have powered up the whole city. That legal? How much did all this cost?
Oh, the show my old Gramps always wanted.
There's another.
His dream realized, his old Gramps' legacy ensured. Our hero beheld the sea of desert lights and wept at his good fortune.
When I saw the embers as a child, I never dreamed they could be like this. Thank you, Aloy. Well, did you find what you were looking for?
I did. And now I have to move on.
Oh. Oh. Come back when you can. I got big plans for this place.
I thought you wanted to put on shows with the Embers back in the claim.
Oh, no. This is the show. Oh, can you imagine? Folks from all over the land coming to take it all in. Plus some food and a nice place to stay.
Not to mention a variety of entertainment venues.
Don't forget, games of chance. Plenty of shards to be had there for certain.
A new dream, huh? I hope you make it happen. Goodbye, gentlemen.
This delve was a story for the ages. All thanks to you.
If Moreland and crew's gonna stay, maybe I should come back and check on them later. For now, I need to get Poseidon back to Gaia. But I might want to find that Oseram camp first. See if Talana made it. And with my new diving mask, I should be able to swim as deep as I want to. Once I find a place with more water.
That was pretty awesome, guys. Unfortunately, I do have to go to work, though, so this is what we're gonna call it for today. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure, for finding Poseidon. It was a little frustrating for a minute there, but man, was it worth it. Check this out. This was super cool, and I'm super excited to see where the story takes us next, so, so yeah, that's gonna be... Listen, Just enjoy the silence at the beginning, okay? It was totally purposeful and not an accidental muting whatsoever. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like my content, consider following me so that you know when I'm online next. And if you want to support my ventures and help me get more games and do more projects, you can always check out my Ko-fi page and the Cookie Club. It's through Cookie Club members like Melanie that I continue to have support to explore new worlds and bring new content to you guys. So thank you so much. It means the world to me that a number of you believe in what I like to do and like to share in my activities. So have fun, stay safe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!